Let me sit this ass on you. Show you how I feel. Let me take this off. Will you watch me? Let's mass appeal.
Alright, you guys, enough of me trying to be sexy. I'm so happy to be back with you all. This was supposed to be my Valentine's Day tutorial, but I wasn't able to get it up in time, but I still wanted you guys to see it because you can wear this anytime when you're going out with your girls or not on the town or something like that. So right here, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, and I'm just outlining the natural shape of my eyebrows. I'm making sure that I'm not overdrawing, just outlining that natural shape where you see the hairs. My eyebrows are quite thick, but they're short as well. So I have to add on a tail to the end of my eyebrows. But I'm just going to outline and then slightly fill them in the front and then brush them out with a spoolie. And this just allows for your eyebrows not to be clumpy or just to look, like you fill them in. And then next, I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer. I'm using the shade Toffee. You guys saw me use this in my last video. I'm just cleaning up the natural shape of my eyebrows. This kind of gives you that look as if you went and got your eyebrows done. So I'm using that, and then I'm going to blend it out just so that I can set it whenever I apply my eyeshadow. Right here, I'm using the Black Opal Stick Foundation in the shade Nutmeg. And I'm just, putting it all over my face. And I'm blending it out with my Real Techniques buffer brush. This foundation is very thick, so I really only suggest it for special occasions. Like if you're going out, you really want to be full coverage. And I'm just going to blend it out. And then I'm going to highlight and contour. You guys saw how I highlighted in my last tutorial, so I'm really just speeding through it right here. And I use that same shade for my eyebrows and applied it underneath my eyes, my nose, forehead, my chin, and above my lip. And my beauty blender is wet. I always use my beauty blender wet just because it really blends out the foundation and it kind of blurs out the product. So whenever you have like your contour or anything, you still see that the product is there, but it doesn't look too dramatic. And right here, I'm contouring with another Black Opal Stick Foundation. This is in the shade Suede Mocha. And I'm applying it to all the places that I want to contour. And I'm going to take this brush. It's from Shany Cosmetics. It came in a brush set. And I'm just going to contour my nose. And it may look kind of harsh here, but I promise you, when I blend it out, it's not going to look harsh whatsoever. And that's why I love using this beauty blender, because it really blends it out flawlessly. And I do know that a lot of people prefer to use it wet, but I promise you, once you fully dampen that sponge and just wring out any excess water, you will see it's like perfect. And right here, I'm taking an e.l.f. stipple brush, and I'm using that to blend out my contour. Now, after I blend it out with this stippling brush, I'll go back in with my beauty blender sponge, and this really softens up and blends everything out, so there's no harsh edges whatsoever. And I'm just blending out along my chin, and I'm going to go back in with that beauty blender for that area. And so right here, I'm setting my under eye with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I'm just setting all the places that I highlighted. I prefer to use this, even though it is quite expensive. I prefer to use this over the Ben Nye Luxury Powder, just because I have a red undertone. And whenever I would use the Ben Nye powder, it really would just cause me to look too yellow in pictures and videos, in person, like period. So this, I don't have any problems, and I promise you, I have used this on many of my clients, from the darkest to the lightest, and you don't get any flashback whatsoever, as long as you blend it out. You have to blend it out. Right here, I'm setting my contour with the Black Radiance setting powders, and this is in the shade Rich Mahogany. And I'm just applying that to all the places that I highlighted previously. Or I'm sorry, that I contoured previously. And I'm just going to blend that into my hairline. And then I'm also going to contour my nose, but I'm using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Deepest, because this is slightly darker than my natural skin tone. So it's going to, soften up my nose contour a little bit. Right here, I'm taking the Urban Decay Primer Potion and, the NYX. I want to say it's like a paint pot. It's white. And I'm going to set it with my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, just because my eyes tend to crease. And right here, I'm using a pigment by MAC, just applying it to my brow bone. And I'm going to blend it out slightly. And you guys, I don't know why I'm just so addicted to this Morphe palette, but I'm using that same palette I used in my last video. And I'm applying like a soft tangerine shade. And then I'm going to go back in with a brown, slightly darker brown shade. And I'm going to blend it out. This is a brush that I got from BH Cosmetics I think it was for like breast cancer. I got it a few years back. But I'm just going to take a black from that same palette, and I'm going to build up this color. When you're using any black or dark shade, you want to build up the color or build up the intensity of it, just because if you use too much, it's kind of hard to, take away from that. So just build up the color, and I'm going back and forth with the black from this palette and Brown Down by MAC, just to further blend it out. And then notice I'm applying it in like a V shape to my outer crease. I'm just going to keep blending it out, going back in with Brown Down by MAC. Right here, I'm using a champagne shade from an Ulta kit that I have. But I went on top of that. I really didn't like the color of it. So I went back on top of it with an NYX pigment. I'll have all products that I use down below. But I'm going to also spray my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus. This kind of creates like a foil look. And then I'm applying my Coco lashes off camera along with my eyeliner and mascara. And then I'm going to blend out the darker shade, or blend out my eyeliner underneath my eye with the black from that Morphe palette, along with Brown Down and like a burnt orange color. I really wanted to, I guess, kind of smoke out my lash line a little bit. I don't do this often, but I just felt it would be really, really pretty for this occasion. And you want to just blend so that, the colors just fade into one another. You don't want anything to be too harsh on your face. I'm all about soft makeup. I don't like anything harsh. And I'm taking that same shade that I used to highlight my brow bone into my tear ducts. And then I'm going to highlight my cupid's bow with my highlighting powder. And I'm going to use this Jordana lip pencil. It's just a brown. I like to use browns whenever I'm applying a nude lip, just because I feel like it really complements my skin tone. You never want to use a nude lipstick without a lip liner, because believe it or not, you're going to look ashy, and nobody wants to look ashy. I know I don't. So I always use like a brown lip liner. Sometimes it's a little bit darker than this, but for this shade, I just want to go a little bit lighter of a brown. And make sure you blend it together so you don't have any harsh edges. And I'm applying a JCat Lip Paint. You can find this at any beauty supply store for like $2, $3, I want to say. And I'm just applying it to my lips. And that is it, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please let me know what you want to see in the future. I promise I will be back with another tutorial very soon, so you guys don't have to wait any longer. But thanks so much. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.